Hey everyone, thank you and welcome back to Kickstands Up Radio Podcast. Today we've got another podcast short for you. We're going to cover 10 bikes, 10 custom bikes that gives Harley Davidson nightmares. And we're going to cover the Las Vegas annual Rough Rider Motorcycle Rally. Interesting news. Stick around. You're really going to enjoy this today.
Oh, yeah. Now this is a biker bar.
Welcome to Kickstands Up Radio, the podcast where we discuss all things motorcycles, from the latest gear to the best routes for your group ride. Here's your host, the Harley Hooligan, Rebel Rider Tony P, and he's here to rev up your engines and tickle your funny bone. So grab a cold one, pull up a leather seat, and let's ride into the hilarious world of biker culture. Just remember, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much room in the garage.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds.
Thanks for sticking around. Welcome to Kickstands Up Radio Podcast. You can listen to us on Spotify or you can watch us on YouTube if you follow our YouTube sponsor channel, Rebel Road Authentic. Like I kind of teased you in the beginning, guys, listen, this is absolutely absurd news. Las Vegas. The Sin City, the city that never sleeps. I mean, come on, Las Vegas, get a load of this. They have a 3-day annual Rough Rider Motorcycle Rally. It takes place between July 28th to the 30th. Again, that's the Rough Rider Motorcycle Rally in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm going to start out by saying this. Las Vegas cancels this rally. It's been going on for somewhere around 10 years, if I remember correctly. And please let me know if I'm wrong. You can message me at kickstandsupradio@gmail.com. Or you can comment on the video on YouTube. I'm going to start off by saying this. I'm not going to refer to MCs as gangs. They're clubs. That's what it all amounts to. They're clubs. They're not gangs. But the Red River shooting that just took place earlier this week, it puts a spotlight on biker clubs. Some of the media has been comparing the MCs to mafia. Yes, you heard me. I said some of the media has been comparing MCs to mafia. Unbelievable how foolish this is. That is complete and utter fear-mongering. For MCs operating in New Mexico, the moment when people really started paying attention may prove to be fatal. Like I said, this was the May 27th shootout during the Red River Memorial Day motorcycle rally. Its immediate impact left 3 people dead, 5 wounded. The reputed Water Dogs MC, their member Jacob Castillo of Rio Rancho, was charged with first-degree murder, and the death of the 46-year-old Damian Barreau of, I believe the name is Socorro. And then 2 others are facing lesser felony charges and or misdemeanor. I heard something about like drug charges, cocaine possession, things like that. But here nor there, that's hearsay. Recently filed court documents point towards years of turmoil in the state with these 2 rival clubs, the Banditos and Mongols, perceiving themselves to be at war with the other. Now, I want you to pay attention to this. There is no mention of the involved parties, only well-known MC club names. You heard me, right? The Banditos and the Mongols. This all started when the Water Dogs MC member took a picture at a wedding of a Bandito member. Okay? He took a picture. That's it. On a photograph. Okay? But this comes down to respect. You treat someone the way that you want to be treated. And like I said, this rally was set to be held over a 3-day period from the 28th of July to the 30th. Because they feel, Las Vegas, Nevada, feels a safety risk to the community, they decided to pull the permits for this. And I quote, "Our decision was purely based on public safety risk. And that's the only reason why this cancellation happened." You know, the permit was pulled for this event, and the event was canceled. I mean, I don't understand it. You know, by doing this, it doesn't mean that it's going to stop any of the turmoil or retaliations or anything like that. I mean, if you feel that I'm wrong, let me know. I mean, come on. Let me know. I mean, you can message me right here, kickstandsupradio@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. Okay? kickstandsupradio@gmail.com. Hell, tell me I'm full of shit. I don't know. If you send me an email or you send me a message and you want it read aloud on the air, let me know. I'd be more than happy to read it out loud on the air. You can call me out. It doesn't matter. But anyhow, that's it for that. I mean, come on, guys. That's ridiculous. Canceling an event like that, I'm sure they're going to lose a lot of money over this. I'm sure they are. But hey. Sorry if you live in the area. Rough Rider Motorcycle Rally, gone, canceled. There's always next year, I guess. Guys, thank you for watching our show. We do appreciate it. Thank you for listening to our show if you're listening on Spotify. Again, kickstandsupradio@gmail.com is the best way to get in touch with us. Okay? Or if you're following our sponsor, Rebel Road Authentic, on their YouTube channel, you can comment on these videos. At this time, we'd like to thank one of our sponsors, Rebel Road Authentic. If you're in need of any custom decals, including motorcycle helmet decals or tank decals, reach out to them at rebelroadauthentic@outlook.com. Or you can visit their website and message them directly, rebelroadauthentic.com. They have the largest selection of fonts available online and other unique one-of-a-kind gifts, personalized t-shirts, drink tumblers, and as a special gift to our listeners, if you use your coupon code RADIO at checkout, you will receive a 15% off discount. Here we go. I have the top 10 custom bikes that make Harley Davidson have nightmares. Guys, I mean, these bikes are incredibly cool. They are in no specific order, so by all means, I mean, take it as such. I can't tell you exactly which number is which number, but I have them started off, and I'm going to go with number 10. Out of all of the bikes, number 10 is a Thunderbike Dark Force. Guys, German custom shop Thunderbike has an extensive catalog of custom Harley Davidsons, and more than one will be on this list. The first is this beautiful reimagining of an iconic Fat Boy. Although we'd like to bet that no one could recognize it as a Fat Boy. It's a large part of the custom builds these days are the ever-increasing sizes. The wheels are the defining element of the Dark Force, being finished not in black, but in a wild copper color. The rear wheel incorporates a huge perimeter disc brake, clamped by a humongous 6-piston caliper. Wow. And this bike is incredible. Beautiful, Love the looks of it. Man, Thunderbike, keep it going. Keep it going. Next on our list is number 9, the No Limit Custom Gentleman Racer. Dude, I mean, slick, sleek, wow, wow, wow. The No Limit Custom Gentleman Racer. We're going to continue with the FXDR for a moment. And when you see the Gentleman Racer, why not? Yet this is from another German custom shop, the No Limit manufacturer. They built this drag racing bike lookalike with a super low stance, extensive use of aluminum for the bodywork, and the single-sided swing arm and blacked out wheels with white bodywork give this such a clean look. The color limited to the brake calipers and detail on the cylinder heads of the Milwaukee 8 engine. I mean, sexy. Let me know what you think of the No Limit Custom Gentleman Racer. Number 8, what I have for you is another Thunderbike, but this one is the Black Rebel. Whew. Guys, and gals, this thing, slick, sleek, and ultra sexy. This is where the dark force stretches the imagination when you're trying to see it as an official Harley Davidson model. The Black Rebel is more restrained in its use of color, giving it much more authentic air. This Thunderbike Custom is based on a Harley Davidson FXDR, complete with the air suspension to keep it as low as possible. The FXDR model was received with some skepticism by Harley diehards, but if Harley made it look like this from the outset, that skepticism would have been swept aside. Personally, I love this bike. I'd love to own one. And if there's anybody out there that does own one, that's listening or that's watching our podcast, guys, message me, kickstandsupradio@gmail.com. That way, I want to know what you feel about this. All right, guys. Number 7 is the Deus Ex Machina Harley Davidson Sportster. Now, the Harley Sportster has been a favorite of custom builders for decades, but few have been as convincing as this Cafe Racer from Deus Ex Machina. The Cafe Racer vibe has been popular for a really, really long time, but many of the home-built specials have had a dubious engineering and even more dubious look. The benefit of having a professional custom shop build your bike is that it'll be done right and ride really well as look as perfect as it can possibly be. This Cafe Racer is based on an XL 1200C. That's a Harley Sportster XL 1200C is custom. Now, this could have come straight from the factory and would have surely enhanced the Sportster's reputation much better than some of the official Harley versions. If you think I'm wrong, let me know. Number 6. Guys, this is something straight out of sci-fi, something straight out of the movies. This looks like Batman. But this is the Moto Adonis Livewire. Now, Harley was the first to market among the major motorcycle manufacturers with a fully electric production bike. But many think they missed a beat by making it look so conservative. It was and is a futuristic bike. So why not give it a futuristic look? As long as it doesn't alienate customers. This came from a Dutch workshop, Moto Adonis. They had a client who thought exactly that way, and this was the result. Aluminum bodywork mounted onto a new steel subframe makes this look like it was designed for Batman. And while it might be a little too extreme to have come from a Harley designer, it does give an idea of what a sport version of the Livewire could look like if Harley chose to work in the sports bike arena. Finally, we've got to our halfway point on this, and halfway through this, we have number 5, the Max Hazan KNTT, as this is another sport bike looking, one that made our list. If it's rare for the Harley Davidson knucklehead engine to be used for a modern build as opposed to the retro looking build, then it's even rarer, if not unique, for the engine to be incorporated into an ultra modern sports bike. If you thought that wouldn't work, take a look at this beauty by Max Hazan. Of course, the engine is not an original knucklehead, but a modern SNS replica, modified to run twin carbs by the simple expedient of using 2 front cylinder heads. The bodywork is glorious in polished aluminum, and the wheels look suspiciously like Marchesini items from the 1970s Ducati. If Harley ever thought about building a pure sports bike, then you'd have to hope it would look a little something like this one. I mean, come on. If you ride a sport bike, tell me you don't like this. All right, guys, we're at number 4 now, and number 4 brings in another Thunderbike. I mean, Thunderbike. You've heard me say it time and time again. You're probably going to hear me say it 100 times more. But this one is number 4 on our list, the Thunderbike Classic Gray. I mean, it's slick. It's really slick looking. It's a brave custom house that takes a bike that's already considered a design icon in an attempt to make it better. But the versatility of the Fat Boy is such that it can be breezed on and altered while still looking as if it came straight from the factory. The Fat Boy is one of the few Harley models that the factory can relax about custom shops improving, as it is almost perfect straight out of the factory. That doesn't mean that the factory couldn't learn a thing or two, especially when it emerges from Thunderbike's workshops, looking like this. I mean, somehow blacking out those wheels just makes it look particularly mean. I mean, come on. Oh. We've reached number 3. And number 3 is our Speed Merchants Pata Negra. Okay? The Pata Negra, while Indian has made big impressions with the FTR 1200 flat track inspired model, Harley has pretty much left it alone, which seems like a bit of a missed open goal. Even when, especially given its history of success in the sport with the famed XR750 that has left the way open for custom builders to work on their magic on the Sportster platform. This one has got to be one of the best. The Speed Merchants of Michigan are responsible, and you just have to love the pared down flat track look of the Pata Negra. This simply melts away all the weight of the standard Sporty, while the black finish gives it a mean beat anything vibe. It puts the sport back into Sportster. Guys, I've reached number 2, and I really hope you like these top 2. These were 2 of my favorites. Number 2 is the Thunderbike Fast Mic. When you think of Harley Davidson, you think of chrome, and lots of it, right? Sometimes, however, chrome can obscure the details it is meant to highlight. Thunderbike's solution, one that the factory has never fully embraced, is to take a spray gun to the whole bike, called the Fast Mic. And when we say the whole bike, we really mean it. When a bike is all in monochrome, not only do you see a lot more of the detail, but the bits that are polished out just lift that whole design. Harley Davidson, take note. Take note. I mean, look at this. All right, guys. Finally, we've reached the top of the list. The cream of the crop. The whipped cream on your coffee. Whatever the hell you want to call it. I mean, hell. This is number 1. The Thunderbike White Dude. I would so own one of these. I would absolutely have zero problems riding this. I'd have zero problems putting this in shows. Guys, this is a pavement princess. I mean, this is a beautiful bike. Come on. Finally, the custom scene inspired Harley Davidson's at the same time. Harley Davidson has been inspiring the custom scene. The CVO, this custom vehicle operations concept by Harley, has been an attempt to wrest back some of the business taken by custom builders. But those very same custom builders have also taken inspiration from CVO. And this is one of the neatest. It's another Thunderbike creation, and it is positively low key compared to some of its other bikes. The Wide Dude is perfectly proportioned and mean as hell with its blacked out, polished metal highlights. And I mean, look at this thing. This is something the Reaper would ride. I mean, come on. This is just an incredibly sexy machine. Hey, all right, guys. Listen, thank you very much for tuning in today. We really do appreciate it. Make sure you visit our sponsor, rebelroadauthentic.com. Mention the code radio at checkout, and you're going to save. Secondly, guys, we're still looking for a sponsor bike. If you have a Kicker 5150 or something similar to that, shoot us a message, kickstandsupradio@gmail.com. If you live in the Florida area and you're willing to part with it, either donate it to us or at a good discounted rate. We're looking to build something that's going to be unique for Kickstands Up Radio. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Please follow us on Spotify, like us on YouTube, and follow us on Facebook. Come on, guys. We're going to grow this community, and it's going to be huge. Thank you very much for tuning in. We really hope you enjoyed today's show. Please follow us on Spotify. Subscribe to our channel. Subscribe and follow us on YouTube and on Facebook. Guys, if you have any questions, please email us. kickstandsupradio@gmail.com. It's the best way to get in touch with us. We look forward to hearing from you. Okay? If you want your questions to be read aloud on the show, don't hesitate. Let us know. We look forward to hearing from everyone. Guys, thank you very much. Till next time, ride safe. Keep the breeze between the knees. Keep the rubber side down, the chrome side up, and peace out.